Hey everyone, welcome back to our New Testament challenge. Today we're here in Colossians chapter 3. And today I want us to look at verses, we're going to start in verse 18. It says, "Wives, submit to your husbands, as is fitting in the Lord. Husbands, love your wives, and do not be harsh with them. Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Lord. Fathers, do not provoke your children, lest they become discouraged. Bondservants, obey in everything those who are your earthly masters, not by the way of eye service as people pleasers, but with sincerity of the heart, fearing the Lord. Whatever you do, work wholeheartedly as for the Lord and not for men." So I went a little bit further than where I was intending, but it'll be okay. And I really wanted to focus in on those first three verses, 18 through 21. First off, it starts off with, "Wives, submit to your husbands." Now, well, let me just stop. I know all of you are sitting here thinking, "David, I am not married. What does this have to do with me?" Well, as I know you and students, you're coming of that age where boys are interested in girls, girls are interested in boys, and some of y'all are starting to date or whatever. But what I want you to see in this is these are the qualifications. These are the ways that wives are to look at their husbands, and husbands are to look at their wives and treat their wives, and kids are to respect their parents, and fathers are to love their kids, and this is how the household is supposed to be run. Now, I know today the world will tell you, well, that's old-fashioned, that's old news, but what I'm telling you is this is what God says about how our households are supposed to be run. And so and how relationships are supposed to be. If you're choosing to date a significant other, to date the opposite sex, then we should have these verses in mind, because this is what God has called us to do. Girls, are you going to submit to what He has to say when you're married? But even more importantly, husbands, guys, are you going to love your wife? Are you going to love that girl so much, and it doesn't say it here, but love them so much that just like Christ loved the church, you're going to love them so much and not be harsh with them? These are qualifications on how our lives, our households are supposed to be. And this is the thing, I know you're sitting here like, I'm in high school, but the choices you make now will affect that down the road. So I'm challenging you today to go ahead and be preparing yourself for how you want your household to be one day. Because these choices that you make now affect them later. Hope you have a great rest of your day.